Manchester. Mr. Harvard, good morning. Thank you for joining us at Harrogate. Manchester? Can you hear me, Manchester? We're on. We're on.
On what? Oh, we know what you're going to do.
Hello, Mr. Riddle.
We're dead. Hello, Mr. Harvard. Thank you for joining us at Harrogate. I'm sorry we had a little trouble establishing the link.
Well, there must have been a power cut if last year was anything to go by.
Yes, Mr. Harvard. You are managing director of an important grocery chain, a family business, I believe.
Yes, indeed, yes. My grandfather started it as the firm in 1867. Just one small grocery shop then, and now we have 56 shops all told.
Am I right in thinking, Mr. Harvard, that not one of your 56 shops, nor your central offices, are air-conditioned?
You are, young man, yes. That sort of thing might be all right for you advertising men working in the tropics. We don't need it up here in Manchester.
What would you say if I told you that air conditioning does more than just bring down the temperature?
I'd say you're a very good advertising man. The only other thing that air conditioning does is recirculate germs. My wife's friend works in an air-conditioned office. She says you never have more colds in her life. That's what air conditioning does for you. Just puffs around the things you don't want. If you don't in the winter, you get rid of them. That's what I say. Now, you tell me some of the advantages of air conditioning, young man, and then perhaps I'll think about it.
Well, thank you, Mr. Harvard. I will. I'll ask the local board to contact you. They'll explain how air conditioning will help your employees work more efficiently.
Efficiently?
Efficiently, and encourage customers to stay in your shops longer and return again and again.
Ah. Well, I'm very interested in looking after both my customers and my employees. I believe in the personal touch. You know, that's what our business is all about.
Agreed. But many large multiples have installed air conditioning because it more than pays for itself with increased profits.
What's that? Who, for instance?
Tesco, Marks and Spencer's. Mr. Harvard, you'll have to talk to your local board or start with the Air Conditioning Advisory Bureau. The details are in the advertisements. If we could move on, Mr. Harvard, you claim to be concerned about your employees' welfare, yet would you say your office lighting reaches the minimum standards set down in the IES code?
IES? BIE in the sky? How do you chaps talk English? You tell me what Morse code's got to do with the welfare of my employees. They know they're well off. 8-hour day, inside lavatories, 2 weeks holiday, and a bonus at Christmas. The fathers didn't get conditions like that, I can tell you.
So you don't think good office lighting is important?
Good office lighting? But they've got good office lighting. Most of the offices face southeast, so they don't need any extra lighting in the mornings. And all the rooms have got centre lights for the afternoons in winter. I've seen some funny lighting in some of those electricity offices.
Yes, well, the shops are excellently lit. Have you ever considered how good display lighting might increase sales in your shops, Mr. Harvard?
No. And have you, young man, ever tried lighting half a dozen nettle skates?
Mr. Harvard, the Electricity Council have carried out research that clearly indicates that almost half the companies in this country have substandard lighting.
My lighting is adequate.
Does it reach the minimum standards laid down in the IES code?
What is this code you keep talking about, eh? What lighting do they call adequate, anyway?
You can find out about that in the booklet, Better Office Lighting. The address is in all the ads.
Yeah, I might get over it. I won't promise you anything, though.
Mr. Harvard, if I may, I'd like to bring your company secretary, Mr. Bernard McMason, into the discussion. He's with you, I believe.
Yes. Bernard, come on. Come round this side, Bernard, where I can see.
Mr. McMason, have you anything to add to the discussion so far?
Yes, certainly. It all costs money. Money a company can ill afford, even at the best of times. So does I, folks, wanting rises or sickness pay or something equally ridiculous. I mean, where's the company to find the money to pay for unnecessary extravagances like air conditioning or lighting?
I think you'd find they'd more than pay for themselves, Mr. McMason, with increased productivity and profits, just as IED can.
Oh, he's back on his Morse code again, McMason. IED.
IED is Integrated Environmental Design, Mr. Howard.
Oh, yes. Yes, integrated environmental design. You hear that, man?
It'll be that new building concept, Mr. Harvard. He's just trying to get you to pay out more money. Anyway, we had the whole of the second floor redecorated for the Festival of Britain.
Yeah, I know what he's on about. It's these funny buildings. It's all right for Americans who've got money to throw about on those gimmicks, but it's not for a family company like this.
IED can help you increase profits. Well, again, I suggest you talk to your local board. They'll explain the basic principles, and they've case histories to show you exactly what companies who've tried IED think of it.
I'll wager that all your case histories are the electricity industry's own buildings.
Oh, well, that isn't so, but what would be wrong with that? A body like the supply industry is hardly likely to use an inefficient system for its own new buildings.
Huh. I wouldn't bank on that, would you?
Mr. Harvard,
Would you listen?
yours is an expanding company. I think you should at least try to find out about this new type of building. It might be the only type built in a few years. I wonder now if I could bring your canteen manageress, Mrs. Mavis Usher, into the discussion.
Hello, Arrogant.
Mrs. Usher.
Oh, call me Mavis, love.
Oh, delighted to. Tell me, Mavis, do you find the equipment in your kitchen adequate?
Oh, very. Our Mr. Albert is a very generous man. I never want for anything.
I see, Mavis. Do you serve chips in the canteen?
Oh, yes. Mr. Albert really loves his chips, don't you?
How do you prepare them?
Well, from potatoes.
No, very good.
Iris Beatty and Dorothy peel them, then Celia, Hattie and Gloria slice them up, and well, then we fry them on the cooker.
Supposing I told you that electric catering could provide you with a potato peeler, a chip slicer, and a special chip frying top.
Oh, that's
Just a minute. We haven't got money to throw away on the canteen, Mr. Riddle.
Ah, but supposing I told you electric catering could help you cut costs.
How?
Well, to start with, by reducing staff.
Oh, Mr. Abbott, I don't think Iris, Dorothy and Beatty would like that. I mean,
Mavis,
don't
Mavis,
they?
will you be quiet?
Think so.
Tell me more, Mr. Rigid.
Catering can be run on business-like lines and save money.
Well, I'll think about that.
Well, Mr. Harvard, I would like to thank you and your staff, Mr. McMason, and Mavis Usher for giving so much time to talk to us today. It's really been most interesting.
Ta-ra, Arrogant. And we do hope you are having a very nice time.
I'm very,
Gloria. What's this?
I'm very glad to have been of some assistance. Might I just ask a small favour, as I don't often manage to get hold of you on the telephone?
Well, what sort of favour, Mr. Harvard?
Are you listening out there, you lot? Now, you see, I bought my wife this washing machine last year down in the market. Now, it's gone bust. For no apparent reason. It's hardly been used, as a matter of fact. I've got a guarantee with it, and it's not worth the paper it's written on. As a matter of fact, I've hung it up in the laboratory. But